Hey, boys and girls. Today we're going to be kind of circling back to geometry a little bit. So I'm going to teach you a couple things, a little bit of the pre-algebra we've been working on, as well as some of the geometry stuff. So what I'm looking at this is we're going to do in assessments today. So I have an angle like this one. HGF is a right angle. So an important piece of information there is the right angle. Today we're always going to do either the right angles or the straight angles. And it's important to know ahead of time or during it that the right angles always add up to 90 degrees and that the straight angles always total 180 degrees. And then we're going to kind of set an equation based off of that. So we have these two parts of an angle that together make 90 degrees. So we just really have to look and see what's already there. We can see the number 62. That's one of our angles. And then the other one is x. Together, those are going to equal 90 degrees. Or you could write it the other way of x plus 62 equals 90. You don't need the little degrees symbol. Okay? X is, at this point, doesn't mean multiplication. It means some unknown amount. It's what we're trying to figure out to solve. And then down here in this sort of typing part, you're just going to put one of those equations in. And I tend to just keep it in the same order it's already in. I can see the 62. Here's my plus sign. Nope, not equals. I want plus. And 62 plus x. Now it looks a little weird because we're used to x meaning multiply, but here it's an unknown amount. And that together equals 90. That's all you would put in for that whole big box. Okay? Then you hit submit answer. And then it wants you just to figure out what it is. And you can't put this in assessment to show your work here, but you would just take that, you basically just flip it around. You take the 90, again, the total we know. We take the 62 and we try to see how much is left. I sometimes think of this like shopping. Right? You went to the store with $90. If you spent 62 of the $90, how much money would you have left? That's basically what angle X kind of means over here. It means kind of how much of the 90 is still left. So 0 minus 2 I can't do. If I have nothing, I can't give you 2. So I borrow. 10 minus 2 makes 8. 8 minus 6 makes 2. So on this box, for this part of assessments, they just want you to put the answer in the box of 28. And again, I can check. So a lot of times when we're adding up to that 0, it's going to be 2 plus 6 makes the 8. And then the 8 plus 2 makes 10. So I can check that should be good. And it will tell you on assessments if that second part is correct. Okay, and then the same idea. I'm going to erase these, or most of this. And now we're doing the same thing, but with the straight angle. I'm just going to erase the whole thing and start over. So the straight angle is going to be 180 degrees. That's that flat line here. See how it's flat? So that's the total is going to be 180. I kind of know that ahead of time. And then what are the two parts? Or sometimes there might be three parts that you see, but here there's just two. We have 145 and we have x. All I'm doing is just looking. That's right, 145, that's x. You do have to remember, again, either the right angle, that's kind of that L, is 90, and then that straight angle is 180. And again, this is what I would put in the text box one, kind of the big box. 145 plus x, or x plus 145 equals 180. So that's what's going to go here. 145 plus x equals 180. That's all I really want to see in that part. Okay, then I'm going to submit. Next problem. Now it wants me to actually figure it out. So I would do this on paper pencil or on my whiteboard with marker. And I would take my 180 and I would subtract 145. Again, think of it like shopping. You had $180 when you went shopping. After you spent $145, how much would you get? Would you still have left? Again, 0 minus 5, I can't do. And we always have to think that top number. Do I have enough to subtract? Here I don't. 7. This becomes 10. 10. Now, if I have 10, now I can give you 5. 7 minus 4. If I have 7, can I give you 4? Yes. Okay. And that should be my answer. So if you had $180, you spent $145, you would get $35 back. Or in this case, the measure that's left of the angle is 35 degrees. They don't want units or degrees in there, they just want 35. Okay, and then this would be that same type of problem. Except the big number is what's missing. Again, flat angle, 180. So again, we would just be something like, and you can do this however you want. You can do x plus 16, again, equals 180. So again, it's going to be a lot. Most of the angle you can see, well, if you only spent 16 of the $180 you have, you're going to still have like 160 something left. In fact, it'd be 164. Okay, but the first part is you're going to put that equation in. Then the next part, you're going to actually solve it. All right, so that's kind of what we're going to be working on today. And I will see you in a little bit.